wanna hear it, talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, the gun now.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Whip.
Merry
How are you doing?
Christmas. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Great. I guess I should be saying Merry Boxing Day.
Okay.
It's today's Boxing Day. Whoops.
I,
Oh my gosh.
I was not aware.
Okay, good. Yeah,
So
Boxing Day is a big holiday in Canada and in England.
Okay.
Maybe it's a big day in Australia too, and we just missed the memo because it seems really weird that America would skip a holiday that the other English-speaking languages have. You know?
Yeah, but we're behind on a lot of stuff.
There's John Oliver.
John Oliver and Nancy B in Tennessee, and Nathan Hovey and Killer Kitty, and I have to thank Killer Kitty. Did you get something in the mail today?
I did, and it's right next to me.
I should have brought it down. I had it in my hand.
Well,
God dang it.
when I go to show mine, you got to go run and get yours.
Okay.
We'll do it together. And there's Nola.
Nola's here. Yeah, B Wood, Night Owl, Cecil.
Awesome. So I think boxing is when you box up all the gifts you don't want and take them back, but I'm not for sure. If anybody knows what Boxing Day officially is, let us know because we're just ignorant hicks.
Zenny.
What? Today, for my image for my thing, I wanted to do a AI. I went to my AI thing and said, make Boxing Day in a fish tank. And my image was Santa Claus. We just got someone. Speaking of awesome Santa Claus type people, he has a beard just like Santa. Well, my image for today has I said Boxing Day in a fish tank or an aquarium, and it came up with a Santa Claus merman. He has like a fish tail, Santa Claus in a fish tank. So I was like, all right, well, that's going to be today's image. It's so weird. So weird.
Ought to be interesting.
Yeah. Uncle Smiley's here. Paul McCarthy.
Uncle Smiley.
Seville Steve.
Hey, Seville Steve. Well, Skipper, did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah, it was busy. Busy week.
Did you get to eat a lot of different dinners like you did for Turkey Day?
No, I just did one. Christmas is a little different here. Christmas Eve we do with her family at our house. I cooked up a roast in the oven. First time I ever did that, so it was pretty interesting. It turned out really well. Today's not Christmas. Yesterday, you threw me off. Yesterday, just went to my parents' house in the evening, and that was it.
Nice.
I got to split that holiday. It's too much.
Yep.
Especially
that's what we did too.
With kids, you have to do that.
We had the weirdest Christmas day of my life. My sister said she was going to bring the food because my mom hosted all weekend, and we had our big Christmas celebrations all during the weekend. And then yesterday was just my brother-in-law, my sister, my mom, my dad, and me. And then the girls came later in the night, their daughters. And we watched the Chiefs game. And my sister forgot to bring the food.
And so,
how do you forget to bring the food?
I don't know.
How do you even explain that?
Well, she forgot that she said she was going to bring the food. So I had to call, and normally when it's a Chiefs game, I want to just be focused on nothing but my Chiefs. But during every commercial, I had to call different restaurants to see who was open yesterday. The only place open was Sonic. So I went and got everybody Sonic for dinner, for Christmas Day dinner. I had 4 corn dogs and 2 mozzarella sticks.
She
And it's
is
lucky.
fired. She is fired. Well,
That was so funny.
I'm actually going to have the smoker fired up tomorrow. That's why I'm not doing a stream tonight. I'm going to have to get up earlier.
Right.
Because I'm going to be smoking. I think it's a brisket, but it might be.
Holy
It's
cow.
it's a mystery beef. My wife brought it home from work, and it just showed up.
We got a mystery guest, and he is in the back, and he's all excited to come up, and he's jumping up and down because he wants some of that mystery meat.
Oh
Here he
yeah,
is. Kenny.
What's up, brother?
Kenny.
Yeah, boys. I'm
We
finally
couldn't-
I
I
got
couldn't
a
pop
voice-
him up right
got a
away.
Voice enough to actually be here is the deal.
Well, you guys feeling better?
It's starting to.
Good.
You
Good.
look healthy.
I feel better.
You look like you lost about 40 pounds, though.
Yeah, I did lose some weight, unfortunately.
It could also be that really good-looking slimming shirt.
I made sure to represent tonight, boys.
Oh, wow. Skipper, you and I let us down. But
Yeah.
I'm going to paint some tonight. So I wore something I could get paint all over, but I'm going to paint these two hides tonight while we hang out. Did you
Okay.
guys see these two Cthulhu hides?
The cat and the kitty.
Honestly, I thought the one was an owl. I thought that one on his left hand was an owl.
Yeah. Well, I kind of made the weird the nose for it.
Oh yeah, it could be
Yeah.
an owl too.
That's
Yeah,
the
the
first
cat
thing
and
I
kitty.
thought was an owl.
Octopus and a kitty. That's what I meant to
Well,
say.
I just thought about it. I don't have nothing down here to drink, so I'm going to go grab something real quick before we start.
We're started
okay.
already, dude. You're already hot.
You're full of
Yeah,
shit,
we actually-
man.
No, I'm not.
We're live.
You
know what?
Live, I love-
Do you want to run and grab your Killer Kitty package?
Yeah,
And then I'll hang out with Skip.
that sounds wrong. That sounds very, very wrong. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Did you already say the hellos?
Yes, we did. But
Okay.
if there's anybody that you'd really like to say hello to, you can. Like Cecil Mayberry.
Mhm.
Hello. How are you?
Well, Fish Mom's here. Susan for SLC
Oh my
Aquatics
gosh,
is here.
Susan. Hi, Susan. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas holiday, because I guess it's after Christmas, but a wonderful Boxing Day. And there is a question out today. If anybody knows the true meaning of Boxing Day, let us know. Do you know what it is, Skipper?
That fucking tea kicked
See,
in.
Skipper's smart. He knows how to type.
Come on, what?
That would have been the smart thing for Whip and I to do, is to type it and say, what is it?
So it actually has nothing to do with boxing.
It's all about fisticuffs. That's when all the Canadians like to fight with each other over the leftover presents
Well-
from the day after.
Canadians like to fight just as a whole, man. They don't need much of an excuse to go fight somebody.
Fishy Dreams, how are you doing?
So it is the second day of Christmastide. It was where they went out and gave the gifts to those in need.
Oh,
So
yeah, that makes sense that we don't do that here.
yeah,
Isn't it
Yeah.
called Box Day or something?
boxing. So it's celebrated after Christmas Day, occurring on the second day of Christmastide, which is today. Boxing Day was once a day to donate gifts to those in need, but has evolved to become a part of Christmas festives, with many people choosing to shop for deals on Boxing Day.
I had something
Oh.
weird happen. I did the water change on the super whites today, and the filter was acting goofy, so I took it apart, and luckily I didn't start cleaning the outside until after I looked. So a super white, when he was an itsy bitsy fry, because the holes on the intake are super tiny. So I think the little bastard went up in there when he was a fry, and he's lived in that filter for the last year.
Oh my gosh, does he have a
So I
spine
pull out,
problem? Or
there's a super white like this in there.
you let him out of jail today?
I saw Zen. I got you. They just choose not to read it.
What
Did
put
you
me in
release
his
him and he
ass?
went crazy?
Oh yeah, he loved life, and it's a pretty one. I mean, he is super white.
Wow.
He's just
and
been
he's
hanging
just
out
been
in the
eating
filter,
garbage.
living his best life inside the filter.
Since it's kind of like a free one, that's the one you're going to send to me.
Actually, this one's so pretty, Whip. I'm actually considering keeping this one.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
We go through this every time, though.
Well, Killer Kitty sent me a box today, unboxing day. And it smells so good.
What is it?
Can I show him, Whip?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Check it out.
What the hell
It's
is
a
it?
dice bag in my Chiefs colors.
Oh, that was cool of her.
I got
Yeah.
one too in Steelers colors.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's pretty neat.
You'll have to explain to me though. I was out of the D&D game since the 80s. What I would have used this for back in the 80s is probably not what it's used for now. What
That's
Ah,
what
Well,
the
my
dice
God.
came in.
what are you talking about, Whip? I have something very similar to that now.
You store your
Dice came
dice
in
in
there.
that. Oh my god.
See, look. Drop all your dice in there and it should fill straight to the top.
It's a dice
All
holder.
right, I can already see. We're gonna when I come back there for my extended visit, I'll have to snatch you up and we'll go for a joyride like the '80s.
Yeah, right.
Well, oh, wow. You know what, though? There's more dice than I have room in this bottle.
Nice.
But Curl Kitty says it's what the dice originally came in, so
Ah.
I think I got somebody else's dice on accident. Somebody's short a few dice.
Well, wait a minute. Are we
Smell
live
it.
right now?
yeah, we've been
We are
live.
live.
Oh, I wouldn't have cursed. I thought it was 6:30, man.
We
He
went
started
early.
early.
We went
We
early
went
because Primetime Aquatics isn't going tonight, and so we just kind of went as soon as Casey
All
stopped.
right. Well, yeah, I wouldn't have been talking like that, Ed. I'm sorry, buddy. I thought we were going at 6:30. I thought I was in like the backstage.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't
But I
hear
waited till you got your pants on before I brought you up.
you.
I'm sure the viewers love that.
That's why
So-
I let Skipper do his whole story.
we gotta recognize. So Zenny says Boxing Day was once a day to donate gifts to those in need, but it has evolved to become part of a Christmas festivities with many people choosing. Okay, so I did hear
read
somebody read that, but they
I
were
did.
saying that I posted it twice. They
She
don't
did-
see us.
Listen, all right, listen. She posted it and wasn't looking because I was looking for it as soon as he asked the question. So I don't want to hear it.
Jeremy says, welcome back to you, Skip. Glad to see you survive the jungles of Burma.
He worked a lot last month. Or this month. It's not hasn't
Yeah.
ended yet.
Well, and then I ain't really announcing it yet, but I've been working on something else. So I will talk to you about it after this stream.
Nice.
And then Jeremy says, my 12 young children were greatly traumatized by Kenny's foul mouth.
Oh, no.
He said shit. It's
I didn't
just
say any real aggressive words. Now I'm beyond that. Come on, man. Believe me, Whip, see me at my worst. I can be
Yeah,
a lot worse than I was.
I have. Well, you weren't your worst. Outside In is here. Hey, buddy.
oh, I've seen him in his
Yeah.
prime.
I know you have. Yeah, you were living with him for a week almost?
When you're trying to bag fish real late at night and they're not listening to you,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to yell. sometimes you have to yell at them so that they'll listen to you.
Well, that's just crazy bagging fish at 3 a.m. when you know you got to be up at 6.
I
Benji's
can
here.
tell you, I
Ben
didn't
Sharp
grow up-
is here. Bratton's here. Skipper's here. Paul
Look,
McCarthy.
I got lights,
I don't know
guys.
who all we've said that. Scuba Stevo's here. Did anybody say hi to Scuba
Scuba.
Stevo?
What's
Scuba
up,
Stevo's my
Steve-O?
friend.
Gary Duncan had a question to Chattanooga Ed. And I will
let's
I will
hear it.
read this to you because I know you know the answer, buddy. Peacocks, haps, and mambunas are normally referred to when talking about African cichlids. Where do Fryerii fit in, and are they considered peacocks or haps? Go ahead. Go
Yes.
ahead.
You see, you're coming to the right guy because I could go on and on about this, but I would bring up too many scientific words that nobody understands. So let's just ask what Kenny E would say because he's more American.
I would lean it more towards the hops myself. But
So what's a hop? Are they the little bit fatter head?
hops are usually, they're, in my opinion, a little more long, slender to get a little more size to them. That's why they're called African predator hops.
You're calling them a hop?
Hops.
A hap, hop, hap.
Hap hops. Same thing.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're talking about the same.
HAPS.
So there you go.
I am not the cichlid guy.
He is not.
Uh,
He's a guppy guy there.
Yeah, I like the
Who
live
asked that
bears.
question? I already forgot who asked the question.
It was
But in my
Ben.
opinion,
Gary Duncan. Ed is a guppy
Gary.
live bear guy.
Yeah,
electric blue they're referring to.
Kenny is.
I
huge
will
cichlid
be.
guy.
We're getting our Africans. We're going to be firing them back up again. I miss them. We have Africans in the house. I
He's
just don't
an
have my.
Oregonian exit.
I don't have my hops.
I have only had
Hey, Mike.
yellow labs and peacocks. I used to give them out for all the time to people in St. Louis to get them started on tanks.
Denny's
'cause they
here.
would
Hey,
have so many
Denny.
babies. Hi, Dennis.
Y'all know the fish tank barn guy, right, Mike?
Oh no, who's that?
He's here lurking.
No way, Mike. Yeah. So the last 2 weeks I've made these 2 Cthulhu sponge filter hides. And tonight we're going to give them a good dark coat of dry lock. And dry lock basically just comes in white, but I've added concrete dyes to it, which are safe for your fish tank. There's really only 4, I put 5 fingers, 4 colors of dye you can get. Gray, tan, like the brick, like that color brick. And I think it's there's 2 shades of brown.
Yeah, lighter
So
and a
what I've
darker,
done,
right?
yeah, and I have just basically taken those dyes and I put different drips of the dye in the dry lock. So like this maybe is 4 drips and this is like 10 drips. And I do all the painting with shading. And tonight we're just going to go with grays because like when I do my sponge or my pleco caves, I do those all in browns and terracotta colors. So
Too
that's what
coolie
we're
for
doing
schoolies
tonight.
here? Hi, Too Coolie.
Hi, Too Coolie. Another wonderful
Coolie.
Canadian who is off today to do some boxing.
I would have put my money on her. She looks like a fighter.
Wouldn't. She's too cool for school, so that means she knows how to fight.
That's right. Window liquor number 5.
What's up, liquor?
Now, I wouldn't box window liquor either. I mean, anybody that licks windows and brags about it by saying it's their name probably can take a lot of punches to the head.
Only because they're wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Well, so Skipper this month had a celebrity he got to hang out with at work. Did you ever get to talk to that guy?
Ain't talking about that on here.
All
Nope.
right.
You can't go
But
there.
it was still exciting.
No, it's just another person.
Media
I got
wasn't too crazy.
No, he was a. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about it.
That's fine. I honestly though, I wasn't gonna try to make him sound good. I was just saying that it's kind of cool that you have a cool
Ed
job.
was just doing a standard dig at you there, Skip.
He was. He's trying to get me.
Ed's always got a stir. He's got that
And
big.
Nancy was trying to get us
There's
earlier.
people that stir a pot, and then there's Ed stir a pot. He's always got that big stirring stick. Man.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna sound shallow. This is another Christmas thing, not a fish thing.
Jesus.
My family 3 years ago went to a Secret Santa program because the family just keeps getting bigger because my sister kids keep getting married and bigger and bigger and bigger. So what we did is we said, okay, you pick one name out of a hat and you spend $50 or more, like $50 to $100 on that person. And they forgot to tell my mom, my dad, and I 3 years ago. So we got gifts for everybody and didn't get anything from no one. And then last year, I got the new guy in the family that just married into the family. So he didn't know me from Adam. So he gave me coffee and popcorn, which are like, I hate popcorn and I can't eat popcorn anymore because I ate so much of it in college working at the movie theater. That's all I had for dinner for like 2 years. And I just can't stand it now. And then coffee, I just can't stand. But I was still nice. It's like, all right. Then this year, I got my nephew, Bruce. And he's got a great job and everything. He owns like 3 motorcycles. He got me a taste test thing of 3 hot sauces and a bag of cat treats. And it came up to less than $10. And I feel like I got ripped off. Do you just keep going with it? Or do you say, you know what, forget this, I'm out?
Well, you didn't eat the cat food, did you? With the hot sauce.
You know what, though? Okay, here's the good question, or the one good thing about it is my cats are super picky and only eat Temptations chicken. And they won't eat any of the other Temptations. Well, he got me Temptations catnip, which I never would get my cats because I just think it sounds so gross. The cats eat it like chicken. I think it's just chicken painted green because they don't even notice it being different from the chicken. So that's good. So if they're ever out of chicken, I'll just buy catnip flavor.
Speaking of which,
Really?
did you make sure that your food you're feeding your cats is not on that national recall right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it was like frozen turkey.
Yeah, it's one of those where basically eat better than humans type food almost. But
Oh, that
Yeah.
ain't what they always have the commercials on, and they're kicking their friends out because they're calling it dog food, and it's
Yeah.
dog food.
No,
Right,
this
it's
is
a
even
bag.
a fancier one than that.
Oh,
we've had to cut
Yeah.
Shiva down. We got scolded at the vet this last time, so no more family. She's always gotten table scraps from us when. I don't care. I'm still gonna feed her it. I mean, it's.
the
I
only
can't see
table
her
scrap,
with big brown eyes.
the only table scraps I give my dogs is like the meats.
Yeah.
But oh man. So
Yeah,
you
but
could go and get dog food that has rice in it. You can go get dog food that has vegetables in it. So maybe it's the bread?
I
Well,
try
if
to get
she-
the high protein stuff for my cat.
What she goes nuts for, Danny had made a bunch of these little itty bitty Christmas cookies, the little buttery ones, you know. Oh man, shortbread cookies. That dog will not leave your side. And she'll start taking her paw, trying to get you to see her. And
That,
but
the
I
dog
found out
tastes
those
sweet.
are like 76 calories per cookie.
Well, that's not much.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, Gary is back with another question for you.
Oh boy. Ah,
I ordered a red tail blue tuxedo Varieties Flatty from Charles Clapsaddle at Goliad Farms, 4 males and 9 females. I received them Wednesday a week ago and already have a whole bunch of fry. I guess it's not a question. It's just he's letting you know.
That's pretty cool that he sent you. Females are getting ready to pup because doesn't platies normally
Wow.
take 30 days like a guppy?
they're a little longer than guppies.
Oh.
I think they might be more like a Gadaid and be about 40 to 45 days. Well, wait, platies. No, that's mollies. Platies might be they're a little smaller, so they might be closer to 30. But I think they're a little above it. That's awesome, man.
Right.
Now what's
Man,
Ben
I
talking about?
wish Gary could share a photo of those.
I apologize
Zen-
for butchering the names, but I can't read that fancy words.
Zen's saying that her dog, when she took it in, had something wrong with its pancreas because
From
she was
eating
feeding
table
human
scraps.
food. I do know there's some things that are detrimental to dogs.
Peanut butter.
Certain
There's a,
mushrooms.
yeah. There's
Grapes
there's
are
something in
deadly,
peanut butter that
grapes.
will kill them.
Grapes are really poisonous to cats.
They're poisonous to dogs too.
And I used to try to get Nico to chase grapes when I'd throw them to see if he'd play with them. And then I found out that he was allergic to them. It's like, oh man, I'm glad he never went for it.
Oh, Benjamin Peter says he gives his dog all of its dry food mixed in with leftover hamburger grease. Yeah, I'm sure that's great for him there, Ben.
Dude, I mean, I had a dog live to be 17. I had another one that was 15 and a half. 2 that made it to 12. They ate everything I ate.
Yeah, mine have
Everything.
my whole life too.
Well, back in the day, whenever I was a kid, we had a dog that stayed outside the whole time. And if we had table scraps, that went right up to that dog. But he was outside, so he burned a lot more calories though, too. So, with especially the wintertime.
Well,
Well, no,
my
we
female
brought it
cat
in.
won't touch human food. But Nico, he tries to eat it all.
You want me to give it a shot? Scuba Steve wrote a book here. He says
let's see what.
I've had a guppy give birth in the bag, and I sent the guy a message and let him know they was healthy and great condition, and another pair showed up to my door of blue Moscows. They're dead now.
That was a while ago.
Okay, I was gonna say, oh, that's just that.
Yeah.
That turned badly.
Blue Moscows, I think, are a little bit harder to keep alive, or Moscows in general, than other guppies. Have any of you guys? You've had probably Moscows.
Yeah, I
Skipper
had
or Kenny.
I had Hawaiian
Yeah.
blue Moscows.
I
still got 2 of them left, but it's part of the painstaking downsizing. The guppies are all going.
Hey
I
Jim,
should send you some of my Schubel greens before I get rid of them all.
Oh man, I do. I should order those.
Oh.
How would I order that?
You don't order nothing.
Well, that
Oh,
makes
you're
it difficult.
you're getting rid of all of them too.
All the live bears are gone. Bro, we just bought 3 more lines of plecos. These plecos have completely ruined us, man. We absolutely are down that hole now.
Oh man. Oh hell. That
We
that
picked
can't
up-
be a whole.
Matter of fact, I picked up 30. I'm going to be getting 306s now, or the next one's coming in.
Jeremy wants to know if there's such a thing as a red Moscow. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, I've had red Moscows in the past, and they'll classify them 2 different ways. It'll be as if they have the red eye or the black eye, but everybody just calls them all red Moscows. But the ones with the white eye are actually an albino something.
Foxy's here. Hey Foxy. Yeah, we
Hello,
know.
Fox fan. Great stream. I got to see the last 5 minutes of. I loved it.
It was a good one, except somehow every time I sign up for one of her giveaways, for her wheel, I'm always pink.
Well, they know you, Ed. That's probably the closest color to your Chiefs colors, is why it ends up that way, I'm sure.
And your beard
I'd rather
usually
be
is kind of
yellow
a
than
pink.
Yeah,
pinkish orange.
well, I was gonna dye it today and I couldn't find my dye. Normally I dye it and then I watch Foxy and Dee Dee and
Wait for the
let it
birthday
dry
song.
and sing the birthday song, and then afterwards I go wash it out. And today I just had to watch them and not have a dyed up beard.
Mike Fish Tank Barn said he recently bought a trio of Schubel Blue Deltas, and they produced and they had a ton of fry.
Yes, all the Schubel ones. I mean, my Schubel greens, the females will spit out 50 at a time, easy. It seems like itty bitty babies too.
We ought to see if Mike wants to come up one of these days as a special guest. I used to do a show with Mike, like I think it was every other Saturday, and we talked about saltwater fish.
Yeah, I remember that.
I still have everything for my saltwater tank sitting there ready to go. I just haven't mixed the water, basically, or bought the live sand.
Shoot, I finally got to meet him at the Triple Crown. I had never met the guy, and I finally got to see him down there. It was good to finally meet him.
Yeah,
I got to go to Miami with him, and
We
that was
sat
fun.
and shot the crap for, I don't know, how long did we talk for, Mike? At least an hour or two, right? After Aquashella in Chicago one day.
He's
With
a good
John
dude.
and I think Ed wasn't there, but we had your co-host at the time. Like I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Right
James,
out of my head. Yeah, James.
James?
Yeah, James, Mike, and I, and John from KG Tropicals.
Ed, you were probably there. Whip just didn't know who you was.
I wonder where I was. Yeah, I probably was right there, and Whip's like, "Who's this fat guy?"
No, you were
Doesn't have a-
in with the other people.
He's like, who's this creep?
What's going
I
on
may
there,
have been-
ADHD, Mr. Jake?
Maybe I wouldn't have been working if.
No,
Prime
it was
time
after
was
but it was just a handful of us, and everybody else was in like that upstairs restaurant. That's where like the majority of everybody was,
Oh,
and we were tucked
Yeah.
in a corner around the backside there.
I got you.
Hagen Hill is here. And Skip, I don't know if you're paying attention, but first Nancy B gave us crap, and now Scuba Steve is giving us crap about our Steelers. There's no
Oh,
respect.
man.
Yeah, I knew they lost. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
I
Who'd they lose to?
don't
No, you're
even
not.
remember. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what. I am I deaf now?
Aquarium Domain. I remember that. Whip texted me and said there was some weird guy with a pink beard hanging around them.
That was funny when it turned pink that time.
There was one
Oh,
time
we lost Skip.
we lost Skip. One time I bought dye and it said red dye, and I dyed it in Florida, and it was like fluorescent pink. It was terrible. Boy, you guys, I'm like painting and you guys can't even see me painting.
Oh,
Yeah, that
God.
was
Scuba Steve talking to Lamar for MVP.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Allen's got it this year.
You know,
Yeah,
I
but
know
that-
it will never happen, but I don't understand why Darnold's not in any of this talk.
Because he kind of crapped the bed there for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but he still put up some good numbers.
who's Darnold?
The Vikings starting quarterback that's going to be whooping your
Oh,
ass. in the
Sam.
Super Bowl.
Sam.
Sam, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. If I don't hear the first name with the last name, I have no idea who we're talking about. half the time.
Scuba. Skip had to go cry real fast.
Skip. I wasn't going to bring it up at all. I'm sorry, folks, that you lost to my guys.
I'm pretty
Mama
sure that
Susan's here.
Skip did that as a favor to you because what he really wanted to say to Scuba Steve there is probably not YouTube friendly.
Right.
Poor Skipper.
And Mike says this is the Lions' year. I only want 1 year. Chris Howell's here.
Who said that about the Lions?
Mike from Fish Tank Barn.
And get in line, Mike. We're waiting for that ring too.
Yeah, get in line.
I think Mike's been waiting longer, right?
How do you figure?
Haven't they been a team longer than the Vikings? I don't know the history on the North. I'm an AFC guy, so I don't know. I know the Bears were one of the first, but other than that, I don't know.
Vikings and they're all about the same era. That the Vikings been around a long time.
I wonder if Jeremy from Fish Tank's Domain ever paints with Drylock.
I don't know that he paints. Jeremy, are you using Drylock to?
Yeah, he's got me on there. He came back with the Lions have never even been to the Super Bowl.
The Lions never been to the playoffs?
Oh, almost had a running. I was gonna have a bet with Jenny there for a minute, but I'm glad you saved me.
Well, I'm
Was it
sure.
how long you were going to be there?
Yeah.
I'm sure Scuba Steve is not on Zen's Christmas list next year, but the talk he's been talking about the Ravens tonight.
Ugh.
Because
The
Zen
Ravens.
B's a Houston fan.
Ed or Whip, can you put up the link to be a member for this channel? I'm on the iPhone and I can't join without the link. I have no idea how to do that from here.
I can get it on my phone, maybe. Oh, no. Am I a moderator on here, Ed?
I probably.
I can't remember if I was or not.
I had to pay, probably not, because I had to pay him $100 to be a mod.
Most of my true friends who know me don't have me as mod on their channel because they know I'm very capable of pocket dropping and kicking people out of streams. So
Well, but I'm so untechnical, I wouldn't notice.
well, what are we talking? I don't even know why I was trying to forgot Zen was in the chat. I knew she would nail it.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Zen, I hooked you up there, Windowlicka.
I forget how to do that. I used to remember how to find that, and I can't remember how to find that.
I know how to get to the membership. I just don't know. I don't see where you do the link.
It's probably
Well,
on
and
Fishfam.link.
Hopefully next week we'll have a link to be able to figure out how to go to Etsy.
Yeah, where's Mike? He's the one that's the other Mike, Shady Grady. I saw Uncle Smiley here earlier, but
Oh,
So there it is.
Maybe it was-
Windowlicker number 5 is officially a member of your channel.
there you go.
oh my God! Thank you so much, Window Licker. I'm sorry I said that I wouldn't fight you. Well, no, that's still probably a nice thing. But the reason why I wouldn't fight you, Window Licker could take a lot of punches, and I don't like to get punched back. But let's see, we have. Let me go to my thing. As a member, next. What?
Genevieve
Let me
here.
just say something. Hey, Jenna P. There we go. I was clicking the wrong buttons. As a member of the show, you can sponsor a PSA. Every week, one of my lucky members gets to be the sponsor. And this one was from our good friend Shady Grady. And I'm trying to think how he
And he's
wants me
here.
to word this. He is. There's
Yeah.
Shady. Is he?
No, yeah, Shady's here.
Oh, good. Shady wants everybody to know, don't mess with cats. At least Nico. Cats that are hooked up.
Boys, in this business, you always gotta have a backup plan.
This is a bad idea. Ha I got you.
Grandma's never gonna tell me to get off the table again.
Told you, Shady. And that's why you don't mess with me.
You're a sick man, Ed. But I like it.
I'm just, oh,
I hope
man.
you like that, Shady. It was he
I
pretty
agree,
much
Johnny.
wrote down exactly what he wanted me to do for him there.
Boots and Cats is here, and
Boots and cats?
Scotty the Fish Freak showed up. Mr. Short, girthy President Scotty, and Oink Master Supreme Forever is here.
There's
Hey, Winky.
Holly
Oh,
Gibbs.
look at, you
Oh
just
my
bring up
gosh.
her name and Ed blushes. Look at that.
You know what? You guys want to see what Oinky gave me for Christmas?
No,
It is
Let's see it.
amazing.
Let's see it.
I want to
It
know.
is
I
super
want to.
cool.
I want to know what he got her.
Well, you're gonna have to talk to her about that.
It's probably still in the mail. That's why he said that.
Maybe. That's why I can't say anything. Okay.
Nola.
Oh, you can't see it in the dark or in the
Yeah,
light.
Ken.
We can see it.
Left
We can
edge.
see it.
I see it. We see it. Now I
Oh,
can't
does
see it.
Oh, that's cool.
It like changes colors and stuff.
Oh, it's lit up. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Let's see if it. Maybe
Right,
it'll look
Jim?
better behind.
That's really nice. We could see it. We were seeing it pretty good before. It was changing nice.
Has she ever said where she gets all this stuff done? Does she got a? Is she like Paulie and she just has a guy that she can call? Hey, I need one of these.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. Well, you know, she's a New York person, so New York.
I know a guy.
New York people know a guy.
You mess with me. You mess with me, Edward. I'll make you swim with the fishies, huh?
Stephen P's here.
Yeah, you ain't backing out of this relationship now, Ed. You're in it for the
Yeah,
long
you're in it.
haul.
Okay,
Jesus.
so there's that Cthulhu hide. It is, I think, way too wide though.
It's definitely for a big tank. You're not going to put that in a 10-gallon,
Yeah,
would you?
no.
No.
You will
I'm gonna
get
say that
fed
take-
when I get over there, you suckers. Quit it.
Then here's this one. So now I'm going to go, and to make them look more two-dimensional and stuff, I'm going to go in with the light gray.
Nana dude's here. And Elaine.
There we go. X-Du's here.
Yep.
And did you say Elaine? Oh, I see
Elaine.
Elaine.
She's answering
She's just-
questions we must have missed.
She said something big too. So let's just.
Oh, Gary must have had another question. Let's
Whoops! I can't pop it from here.
let's roll up here.
Let's go to chat.
Well, if he asked a question, it was a long time ago.
He
Gary,
did
I
it.
love your questions.
Oh, there it is. Can I open a can? Can I open a can of worms? Does temperature affect male and female ratio in a live bear fry?
Yes.
And I'm going to say if it affects anything, it's less than 0.1%. In my opinion, because they're not reptiles, but this is how it could be bigger numbers is if the DNA of the male is weaker and can't handle colder temperatures, the male fry will die. Or the female, because like if the female or the male, like maybe the temperatures, their DNA just doesn't go well with the temperatures or something in the water, the fry will actually die as soon as it's born and probably get eaten instantly. But I still believe it's a pretty much a 50-50 split. It's just you'll see bigger numbers of females because the females are more healthy and they're working better with the conditions of the water. But if you would count every baby that pops out of the mom and check the DNA, you're going to see pretty much a 50-50 mix. It's just they're going to be dying almost instantly because they're weaker.
Uh-oh.
That's how I've read stuff, and I've heard people say that it does have a huge thing about it, and I just don't believe that. But I mean, I've also talked to some people that believe both directions. I think your guy Kenny oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. The history
LOB?
in your excuse me?
Who are you talking about?
The guy that lives right up there by you. You got hit by lightning.
Oh, Alex.
Alex, I believe he's gone on the record saying that it is like reptiles, but I've like talked to other people too that just they don't believe in it. So it's like it's a real controversial thing. But the thing
now
is
we
that
got somebody with class walking in here. Xanadu Skull, baby.
Did you see what happened to poor Big Steve-O? Big Sexy?
Yeah.
Read that? He just paid for 5 memberships and it said the purchase is unavailable at this time, but he got charged $26.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
So you need to send him $26, Ed.
Oh my God. Can we wait till next month when I have some money? No, that's terrible.
That's no fun. You know, I think I saw
that's
that happen to
interesting.
you once before. Or it happened to somebody for sure. I saw them buy 5 memberships, but nobody popped up as getting them.
Well, if you look at this, there's people available though that could have took them, like Gary Duncan, and there's a couple of them in here, so it should have gave them out.
Right.
Well,
But this is
Xanadu,
interesting. As Wayne says, Ed, she says,
you,
Gary, I think the more male parents you have, the less male fry you get. The more male parents you get. What does that say now? I think the more male parents you have, the less male fry you will get. More male parents you get, less male fry. Maybe she said that wrong. I don't know.
It's like, no, I understand what she's like saying that it's an environmental thing for populating, which is a pretty cool theory too. I mean, there's so many ways that you can look at it. And
Well, it worked that time.
Big Steve got gifted a membership.
all right, so
He's
listen,
like,
you got 10 Xanadu gifted 10 Chattanooga Ed memberships. You got Jeff
Thank
Kane,
you,
Tampa
X2.
Tom, Boots Cats, Holly Gibbs, and Night Owl Aquatics, and then it stopped. Oh no, it kept going. Sideshow, Redneck Aquatics, B Wood, Long Family Show, My Fish Tanks Aquatics, John, and then Big Steve did gift 1, and it's showing Jenny Lynn.
Oh,
So
awesome.
it worked the second time, but
Well, I'm sorry you got ripped off on the first one, man.
Now
We'll
you'll
have to
probably
figure out
go
something
into your
special for him.
you'll probably go into your YouTube studio, go to your memberships, and it'll show the ones that he gifted. It just didn't show up on here.
Oh, I got you. Well, that's a bummer.
It's probably because too many people were doing it at one time and maybe it zapped it.
So what I'm doing is I'm just lightly going over this Cthulhu smaller one with this paint just to give it a little bit of a texture so it looks more three-dimensional. And I'm going over like anywhere where I can see through the paint, where it was a little too light. and it just really makes it look more weathered and old and beat up. And I'm just
Yeah, but Tom just gave you a $9.99 super sticker. It says, thanks for all the membership. Do.
oh my God, Tampa,
I do
thank
like
you.
the PSAs.
Well, would you guys like to? Did anybody see last week's PSA?
No, I didn't.
Well, we need to show Skipper last week's PSA. Now, the one thing is the program I used to have put their people's name on the PSA. Like I could put stuff on the sides, but that one doesn't work anymore. I'm trying to think. Who was last week's PSA?
I don't remember, but
Let's
you
play it and
definitely
maybe
played
we'll
it.
remember.
As a cat, I used to get upset about being neutered.
Okay, Brian. Now I'm going to hold it down with my feet just like so and go.
Not so upset about it anymore after seeing that.
Good neutering PSA. That was
History and Mom, cover your eyes for that one, will you?
That was a good. That
Even
kid's
fair.
good there.
Hey,
Good kid.
Bye.
love you.
Love you too.
Stephen P.
Oh.
cares about the lifespan of our animals in this country and animal abuse, and he likes seeing things get neutered. Okay.
That
Would
was
you guys
so
like to have one
Yeah,
more
but-
for Christmas?
Yeah.
If they're going to say hello, they have to come on the stream.
Here is
He's
Skipper.
ignoring you.
In life, make sure you always have at least one redneck friend.
Oh, hell no.
who else you gonna call to get the water python or python water moccasins out of your pool?
I'm showing up with a shotgun. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna have
Guys,
this
a
shotgun.
true redneck, you're not only catching the snake, you'll probably be eating it for dinner that evening.
Give it, buddy.
No, that's true too.
I think this one
eating that.
is Kenny Eats.
Hey, can you get?
Don't be like Kenny. Always look both ways before crossing the road.
Oh, Lord.
There we go. Thank you for telling me to get rid of that message. It took me forever to find it. And then, Whip, did you have one?
Nope, you've never made me one.
What? We got to
Nope.
make a Whip one.
He couldn't find it. Hey, he
Well-
couldn't find. I can't not believe it's not butter one yet.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
That's Whip's Dungeons and Dragons one. When Whip scores a rolls a 20, a critical 20, he gets that.
Which doesn't happen very often.
No, so nobody ever sees it. But still, we love him.
Jeremy says those damn Oregon goats.
Oh,
Damn
Out
point.
here, they're called Rams, man.
Yeah,
Well, here's what Danny thinks about goats.
In my opinion, you can't count on anything that flies.
Oh, look! It's the good fairy! She'll know what to do.
Not to fear, little children. I will help.
Damn!
I
Actually,
posted that. I've got that on my as one of my shorts, and that thing took off. I mean, nothing like what you guys get, but I mean, it was like 20,000 likes on it. So I'm like, holy Christ!
That's awesome. Maybe this is Danny's.
Danny wants us all to be aware of Damascus goats. Well, Danny, you were right. Those goats are ugly. Gross.
The Danikins aren't into goats. That's okay. They're into fish, and that's why we
Dude,
love
when I
them.
was doing that body shop stuff, we had a lady. She had these African
Such
meat
majestic
goats.
creatures.
And anyway, she came in the first time. She had a little Toyota Corolla hatchback, and she let these goats. Somehow they jumped the fence or something. They completely. I mean, they did 12 grand in damage, totaled the freaking Toyota. So then 2 months go by, and she's back with the car she got as a replacement for that. And this time they like chewed off every outside molding, and then they kicked in both windows, front and back. They were on top of it, and they bashed it. Were jumping up and down on it so much they mashed the top all the way down to the seat heads. I never seen anything like it.
So
I said, and you said, and she got mad at me for saying this. I said, and you said these are meat goats, right? She goes, yeah. I said, so where's the barbecue? She thought that was horrendous that I said that to her, you know?
you're right, though. Like,
I mean, you demolished two, and the insurance company said they're not paying for the next one. So
they were her own goats, and she.
yeah, but she raised them to sell as meat. But these things, and she showed me pictures, and it was next to a Tahoe or something. These things are up over the top. They're like the size of a horse, these African meat goats. They're huge.
Hey, John.
Wow.
All right, I gotta look that up.
TRB's here.
Good day, GRB.
So-
Good Boxing Day.
Why would she even park the car there again? Never mind. Say no more.
It was in her driveway. The goats were in the next lot over. They're her goats, but I mean, I don't know. It would only happen to me once. I guarantee if I even saw him thinking of going by the next car, it would have been barbecue time at the Danikins.
Not Zenny. Oinky says, I hope Ed will like his big gift. I was so disappointed that I missed out meeting his family. If I do make it
would
to
have loved
Charlotte in February, will I see any of you there? You will not see me there for sure.
No,
So
definitely
I
not.
messed up. I will be in Florida in them dates.
Well, I
And-
have been coerced where I am strongly considering this year going to the Clash, only because Peplin and Roxanne are talking about getting hitched at it. That's why I'm going.
Oh,
That would be pretty cool.
Did you just break some news? I didn't hear that. Are you in trouble?
I heard it today on the show. Or show.
Oh,
They
okay.
said it on their show.
I haven't caught the show from today yet.
damn
Oh,
it! Now I do
man.
have to go. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So
Larry D.
I was supposed, Oinky. I wanted to go. Lefty gave me the 3rd degree because I'm not going to be there because Lefty will be.
Kara C says, "Yep, we'd have a barbecue at my house, and all those goats would be forgot about." Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. After
Skip.
I'd be burping them up, I'd
Hey,
think
Carol.
about them again.
She just confirmed it. We're getting married at the Clash. Would it be funny if I was? Listen, I'll get my license and I'll do it. Could you imagine a redneck from Pennsylvania helping them two tie their knot? But no, I was supposed to be at that event in North Carolina, Charlotte. But fortunately and unfortunately, this is the only time at that time my wife for us to go on a trip. At them time of months, I got to plan stuff with her because of her job. So I just, one, I forgot. 2, it was because of her. So I was like, hey, Grant, I'm going to come up to your house. He goes, no, I'll be up here at this. I'm like, oh, shit. It's like, whoops. And then I got yelled at.
The second color, you really can't see it here, but in person, it looks fantastic.
So did you do like a lighter gray on that?
Yeah, I just did kind of like a feather dusting. Like I just hit it in spots.
You could see you could see it on the wings.
Now the question of the day is:
Dark
Foxanne
gray.
actually going to get Brian into a tux? Is my question of the day.
I wonder if he's going to drive up on his John Deere tractor.
Maybe he'll let you drive it. I was off limits, Ed. I went all the way halfway across the country to make it to that birthday party, and he would not let me drive that tractor.
Well, do you blame him?
Yeah. I don't think
Listen,
he lets
he
anybody drive.
He didn't want a Kent in it, okay?
He wouldn't even start the thing around me, dude. It was off limits. He didn't even start it. Let me hear a purr, nothing.
Hey, he put up caution tape around that thing whenever Kenny showed up. Do not enter.
Well, I even tried to use this tactic. It was like almost midnight. Somebody needed to go pick up Eduardo at the airport. I said, well, this would be a perfect opportunity for me to try out the tractor. He can ride up on the hood and let me go get him in the tractor. No, Kenny, ain't happening.
And this is right after Eduardo probably had a foot surgery.
Eduardo, yeah, he was
put
out of surgery. And he had a miserable time because, well, he made it home, luckily, in between the hurricanes. That's when all those storms were going down there.
That's right. I don't know. One of these years or days, I want Winky and I to take a trip across the country and go visit some people because I think that'd be neat. And then we could go to movie theaters across the country too. Like I'd like to find the oldest remaining open theaters in every state and go into them. I think that'd be fun. I love old theaters.
Foxy says Pep will probably be in sweats and Crocs.
What did she say?
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll get the name of it.
Well, then I have a T-shirt, one of those T-shirts that's got the tux bow tie on it, Foxy.
Windowlicker says, stay away from the goat head soup. Hint, it's not the head they make it with.
It's the brain. And it's actually quite good. If you didn't know you were eating brains, it's not bad.
I've had cow brain before. It was fried, so it was, of course, it tasted fine.
Foxanne says she'll be dressed up, though.
He'll be dressed up
asked
too.
if I saw Wicked for a Winky. I saw.
Oh, it's the.
So all
The
the men that
last
are
show
going
that
to
I
the flash,
saw
be sure,
with her-
be sure you fill your pockets with lots of dollars for the dance with the bride.
That's right.
Or gold coins.
Ooh, gold coins.
Well, now we're getting
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
So Wick, you know what Wick is? It's at Wizard of Oz. I call it what do they call it? It's a musical, is what that was.
Yeah.
Big Steve says, no, let's
the
do
one on
Pep-
Broadway about the
No.
Wizard of Oz.
Well, they made a movie of it. It was that one famous singer. I can't remember her name. I think not Selena Gomez.
Selena
It has one of my favorite actors in it. Oh my gosh, what's his name? He was in The Fly. He was in Independence Day. Yes, I love him. He's the Oz in that, and he's pretty cool.
Well then,
he'd be awesome to see. But
I think-
I'll be honest, the Wizard of Oz freaks me out. It always has since I was a child.
So Jenna's throwing you some ideas. Ariel Grande or Cynthia Erivo or some shit like that.
Ariana. It's Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
and the other one was Cynthia. She was the Wicked Witch. So it's the before all that is what I saw it as, and I'm like, I'd have watched it until there was singing and stuff in it.
Well, somebody gave you an answer, and it looks like you're coming to Washington, Ed. The oldest continuous operating movie theater is in Washington.
or
did you
Iowa
say
State.
Washington, Iowa?
Well, I've got a lot of family in Iowa. My family's
The
from Iowa.
Washington
Jimmy.
Iowa State Theater in Washington, Iowa.
1897. Not even know they had movies in the 1800s.
Let's find out where Washington, Iowa is.
More importantly,
family
who's
comes-
Jimmy Line? Do we know
Hails
Jimmy's
from
Line?
Council Bluffs.
'Cause that's a new name to me.
It's Jimmy P.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he had to start all over. Something happened. to
Well,
his-
no, let's find out what it's really about. Jimmy had to change his name with the 49ers performance this year. That's what it's about.
Oh.
I think we should do another football show sometime with Jimmy here.
Yeah,
Judy
All right.
P. Hey, Judy.
You got that one, Kenny. You got that one.
love you, Jimmy.
I didn't recognize. I don't know that I've ever seen him use a real picture of himself on the. It's usually something.
That's
Not
not him. That's not him.
That's not him. It's so
No.
little.
Unless that's younger version of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
at
that's
least
right.
I didn't go that low, Jimmy.
Oh, I do because he always gets me.
Oh,
So I'd
yeah,
get-
Jimmy's
I'd
good
get
for
it.
that.
You know what? That Washington Theater is close to where they have that great big fish swap in Iowa. It's
Oh,
on the
I bet
west
you
side- or
your
the-
buddy
east
Austin
side.
knows where it's at.
Well, he's from the west side also. He's from Council Bluffs where my mom and dad. Austin went to the same high school as my mom did. Isn't that cool? And my dad worked at the same newspaper as him. Even though
Yeah, we had
he's a writer, my dad
family in-
delivered newspapers on his bicycle.
We have family in Fort Dodge.
Jimmy P, where were you on Sunday night, buddy? I miss seeing you up there with M&C.
Speaking of Sunday night, this coming Sunday night is going to be the biggest Sunday night of the year, starting at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific. So is that 6 o'clock your time, Kenny?
Yes, sir.
End
Any-
of an era.
Yeah.
It will be the final stream for the Danikins.
Final countdown.
We
This
had a good run, man. I'm not disappointed. We had a good run.
it just makes me sad.
We still are going to stream occasionally. We're just not going to do a scheduled stream. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
that's
We'll
scheduled
still do our
streams.
pop-ups from the boat. We'll still do our pop-ups here and there. If something cool in the fish room's exciting, we'll pop up. We just aren't going to have any schedule anymore.
And
Which,
I'll just be a
the
jerk
way that
and make you come
It
up
is
more.
nowadays, it doesn't really matter because there's really not a schedule anymore anyway. Nobody recognizes a schedule, so it should work out fine.
Well, and that's the thing. The problem is there's so many people streaming nowadays that you just go.
Now
when
we
you can.
don't have to. If we're out in the middle of the Columbia and the walleye are biting fiercely, I don't have to yank the boat out, run home because we have to make it to a stream on time. And we've already proven, if you're one of my members, that I can't drive the boat and stream at the same time. It just ain't gonna happen.
Get away from that. You're too close.
Well, dude, this past year, I actually hit a freaking buoy, a navigational buoy with the son of a bitch. A huge one. Because I was
And it hung
streaming
up.
saying my goodbyes in the street, and then bam, right over the top of it. And we got stuck in it. We had to have paramedics and all these people come out and save us and everything else. I was so embarrassed, man. So embarrassed.
Did you tell them you were doing a TikTok?
Heck no.
I would have.
I guarantee you, the first thing that the cop asked me is, how much have you had to drink?
Yep.
I said, well, sir, believe it or not, this is me straight. You don't even want to think about me drunk.
You wouldn't have hit it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have hit it. Yeah.
That'd be me. I wouldn't have hit it. Jeremy, typical Vikings fan.
John, I got a 4-letter word for you, buddy.
Oh,
Well, Vikings are used to having a lot of people help steer the boat, not just one guy.
Yeah, there you have.
And was there even a drum in the background?
A what?
You know, a drum going dum dum
Boom, 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 no.
so that everybody knows when to row.
Well, I guess Danny's yapping at me when I hit it. I mean, there was that drum when I did it.
Yeah, she was probably saying, "Look out for that buoy."
No, her and my brother were in the front of the pontoon facing me.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
that's-
Susan?
Person in the front is supposed to be on the lookout.
Good night, Susan.
Good night, Susan.
Good night, Mom.
It was nice
But
seeing,
yeah,
seeing Susan.
that was a bad day.
Yeah,
right
she was
there.
here for a while.
I know. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I hope she didn't hear Kenny cuss.
No.
Oh, she was here when I got in here. That was why I
no.
was so embarrassed. That I honestly thought, because you had told me 6:30. So when I
Yeah.
came in, I thought this was the backstage thing.
I talked him in. I
I'm
talked him
glad I
in
didn't
going
act like
early.
my normal self when I come in.
Blame this guy.
That was me. Sorry.
Although I did do some hip gyrating that I probably shouldn't have on a live stream.
Well, no, that wasn't on there.
That wasn't on there. You went. What did you go live when I went upstairs to get the pop?
Oh,
No,
no. They
You
saw it.
said- Oh, they
They
did?
saw it. Yeah.
Well, he was doing a lot of other things while you were talking, and I didn't bring him up.
Oh, that part. Okay, that part. So,
So I
yeah,
was doing the gyrating thing before I came up.
then yes, you're good.
All right, I'm good then. Because
The cracking didn't come out.
Oh gosh. So, does
Oh.
anybody have any fish questions? Did Foxy's fishes, corridors ever hatch?
Yes.
Because I went on there several times, and there was 3, then there was 5, and then it was 1, and I was like, well, what the heck? Did I miss stuff?
I think she had multiple. I could be wrong, but I seem to recall there was another egg watch, that followed
There's another one
immediately
of my
after the first.
faves, Miss Holly Gibbs. How are you, sister?
Hiya, Holly. Oh, well, going back to Holly, the other Holly. Whip, did you ever sniff your bag?
I can't.
He can't
I mean,
smell.
I can pretend, but
He
nothing
can't
happened.
smell.
Oh my, she said that her cousin made these and she stuffs them with fabric softener sheets. I don't know
Sure.
why.
It's probably
But,
cat.
Well, it makes it, my cats are terrified of it, but it has this, I'm thinking about buying some of those sheets.
That's an old used car salesman trick, man. When you'd had a car that somebody had smoked in heavily or heavy dog smell, we just line the whole under seat with it in the seat pads and stuff with those dryer sheets, and 2 or 3 days later it'd be gone.
You
There used
slimy
to be this-
bastards.
There was this girl that smoked pot at work during break time, and in her car she had a tube that was once a paper roll, wrapping paper tube, and she'd stuffed it with those fabric things, and so she would smoke and then blow it through there. And she said it made it so nobody could tell that she was smoking pot.
Yeah, they still
And I was
could.
like, just don't get tested because I don't want to have to fill out the paperwork.
Right.
And Steve says they've already refunded his $26.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, awesome. That's super cool. But yeah, it was that was just, I always had to do the paperwork for when people got fired to get them back because I was their shop steward. So people would do bad things right in front of me, so at least I'd know what I was arguing for, I guess.
Now, DD, it's always been my saying that the ones that usually get the real stinky feet and shoes are the ones that don't wear socks.
Oh, I got socks on. And this was my experience
them on
with
too.
smelly. All right. In junior high, I wore shoes without socks because that's when Miami Vice was on. And then I went canoeing, and I took that pair of shoes that I wore canoeing to school one day, and they smelled so god awful. I was so embarrassed. I was like shoving my feet as far back underneath my desk as I could. Oh my god! So whoever was behind me probably would smell like bad shoes. It was just terrible. So after that, I always wore socks.
It might as well there, Big Steve. We've talked about everything else tonight. We might as well talk about some dirty feet next.
Well, it's Boxing Day. We need to talk about these type of things. Did any of us get anything fish related for Christmas?
What was the question?
No, I didn't, but I got money so I could turn it into it.
Nice.
So, yeah. And it probably will turn into that.
What
But
did you guys?
no.
Did anybody say what I should do about my stupid Secret Santa stuff? Just deal with it.
A lot of people agreed that you got screwed.
Yeah,
but I don't know
but
that
do I
anybody
just
gave
keep
you any
doing it?
advice. I don't know how you get out of it. I mean, either way, you're going to come off as the bad guy on that if you.
I know.
I knew nothing about it.
Think of it like this, Ed. It's the season of giving. So what you get is
Yes. And I love giving.
That's still look at it like that and try not to focus on the fact that you got screwed.
Well, Danny must have been watching too much late night TV. I don't know if you guys have seen the commercial where it shows this guy and it's got these women blindfolded and they spray this dude with this cologne and the women are, you walk in and they're like, oh, and bring him back. Anyway, I got a bottle of that Gravity cologne from her.
Look, Jeremy's going to be showing some stuff off on his next one that his wife got custom for him. And Larry, wait, I just had Larry on here. What happened to him? Oh, there he goes.
He got a bag of
Dragonstone.
There you go, Ed. I think Oinky's starting to figure out how you guys are going to make your way across country. She's thinking train.
I was checking out trains. For her I need to find out if she can get the Penn Station in New York, because Penn Station to Charlotte is $72 and it takes 22 hours. And it's just going to keep getting faster, but it probably won't be in time. But Amtrak just bought a bunch of bullet trains that will add 60 miles per hour. So it'll probably be only a half a day pretty soon. But it's kind of cool. You can go
and half a grand. Yeah, it won't be $72 anymore.
What?
If they start going fast like that, a bullet train?
No, this is a whole new thing. The bullet trains can't go any faster than the infrastructure that we have, is unfortunately. So they can only go to 160 miles per hour, but they can actually go 250. But right now they average about 100 miles per hour. So they'll be going 60 miles faster. But they're going to save on fuel costs and be able to move things. So Amtrak is trying to amp their moving people around the country and add routes, and because of so many people hating flights. So Amtrak is trying to get back into the people moving game, because it used to be
doesn't
so
Japan have one that runs on magnets or something? Does just some insane.
Yeah,
speed.
They have some crazy speeds over.
It's like 200 miles per hour train, and it can stop just as quick as it starts. But they do it in a way to where it doesn't affect the people. I don't know how. It's like all kinds of cool scientific crap going on.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know if these bullet trains are electric only. And right now, our infrastructure only goes electric from New York, or I think it's Boston, because they started in Boston. But I didn't check Boston prices. But it starts in Boston all the way to Washington, D.C. And then when they hit Washington, D.C., they have to go to an old-fashioned diesel train.
Well, I know the ones in Japan, I think, are magnets, some sort of magnets. And I guess a magnet is like there is no end to it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, magnet power, you can blast as fast as you want.
Oh man,
But
you
I
ain't
love
the only one.
fans.
You ain't the only one that didn't get something. Boots and Cats didn't either, and I'm.
What happened to
That's
Boots and
It's
Cat?
very frustrating.
I'm just gonna leave my comments to myself. That'd be the best thing to do right now.
You remember
Oh.
the morning show, right? Whatever that thing was called back in the day. That
The
happened to me
aquatic-
the first time. The aquatic morning show, yeah. The first time I jumped in on that Secret Santa thing, I got bupkis.
It shouldn't
Whoever-
have happened. Like if people are signing up for this, you are. I'm done. No, ooh, this ain't my channel. I'll be nice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad feelings.
No, it's wrong. It's just wrong because you try to do good for people, and then you get kicked. And I ain't gonna say where, but you get kicked.
Yeah.
Right
It is-
in the short pants, man.
They gotta. They should probably put their names
Right in the
on
badonkadonk.
this. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's what they should. I was hoping that she would have done that.
But
when people do
unfortunately,
that, you put them on blast. But everybody's too
I,
damn nice.
I mean, you listen.
forgot
You put so much work into something. Stuff does happen. Trust me, I know. It's very frustrating, but unfortunately,
What people have to understand,
yeah,
Fish Fam is not immune, okay? There's different walks of life in every circle in which you play in, and some are good apples and some are bad apples. And you just got to come to reality. That's the situation. There's people that are great people and there's people that are jerks, and that's the way it is. I don't care what segment in life you walk through, there's going to be a bad apple in every crowd. But as a whole, I'd say we're all pretty good people.
oh yeah. Listen, I was going to do it, and then shit, life happened, so I totally forgot about it. And it's a good thing I did because I wasn't ready for it. That is a good thing, though. I always liked that. We used to. Ed, you were saying about your family with that Secret Santa stuff. We used to do that on my mom's side of the family. We used to do that also, and it got pretty funny. Because if you knew once you got the person that you got, the gag gifts just started happening.
I love Oinky. Say it how it is, sister. I love it.
We do a white Santa thing where you're supposed to spend $20, and we pulled names out of it, or pulled numbers out of a hat to see who gets the first pick, and you can steal.
That's called White Elephant.
Well, all my nieces kept stealing my stuff, and
I hate that game.
and then I always felt bad about stealing, but there was only one present left on the table. When I picked it up, it felt like a diary, so I put it back down. And I stole Gabby's. She got this jellyfish tank, and it was like rubber jellyfish with lights, and she was all sad. And I took it and told her, "Well, you get that last thing I got, the slime, and I'll give it back." And then she wasn't able to. She got stuck with the stupid diary.
The first time Danny had ever seen that game was at the Willamette Valley Aquarium Society Christmas party one year. It was our first time. I think it was our first party there too. Anyway, Danny, and you seen that? Was it? Did I have that up the time you came? That big, I call it a party jug. You know, it was a round jug with the spigot here. I forget. There's a name for them, but anyway, Danny saw that and she immediately said, "Oh, that's great for a little cute little nano tank." So anyway, sure enough, she won and she got the thing. So we're getting near the end, and this woman comes up, takes it from her, and not only takes it from her, very aggressively takes it from her. But the stupid woman didn't understand. Kenny E hadn't been called yet. So I ended up being the last guy called, and I ended up getting like this. Somebody had made, I don't know what it was. It was kind of goofy. anyway, it was ugly and it was nasty. So that's what I had for my it was like a stocking with fish on it. It was weird looking, but so I got that thing and I took it up and shoved it in her lap like she did my wife. And I said, "Thank you. My wife will love this." And I took it back and gave it back to Danny. Yeah, you guys all know by now. Don't mess with my Danny.
This is what my dad got, was these colorful slippers, and he put them on as soon as he got them, and he loved them so much because he's been complaining about how cold his feet have been. He hasn't taken these off since Saturday. In my
So, is that the dinosaur slippers?
Well, they're all fluffy though, but they have great big black claws. And Nico is terrified of my dad now. Nico
That's why
has
he's not taking them
Well,
off.
because he looks like a big cat.
yeah. So, but nobody would take these from my dad. And then this was Nathan had Scuba Steve as his secret Nathan was Scuba Steve's secret Santa. So he had me make him a Pleco cave, but I made him a cichlid Pleco cave.
That's actually
And
quite
then
cool, Ed.
Thanks. And I delivered it to him. Can you see that I kind of added an eye spot to it? Because you know how they have those spots in the back? So that was what I got. Well, I didn't get it for him, but that's what I made for him. And that's from Nathan. It was fun. But, oh well, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. We've got 3 minutes till an hour and a half. Do you guys want to wrap it up?
Whatever you're up to.
We can go for another 3 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll help.
I'm not
your
tired
algorithm.
yet, which is unusual for me nowadays.
Yeah,
Well,
normally I'm already in bed.
Skipper, are you going to have a show this Sunday?
Oh, HHD says a white elephant is also a term for a garage sale.
That is
Oh my
so
gosh.
true.
Well, before you say anything, Skipper, what happened was everybody had really nice gifts given to each other, except for maybe the diary, but it was like some girly diary because girls all thought it was real cool because they had like some type of poem every day to read, and then they wrote in it. A guy would have hated
Garcia
it. Oh
threw
my
you
gosh.
down a $2 super sticker, Ed.
Thank you, Garcia.
It's a pair
This is
saying,
Katie.
"Hey, you with the cool sunglasses."
Thank you, Garcia. I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a happy New Year's. Well, oh man, what was I? Oh, so, but everybody really thought about their white thing, their white elephant thing, and except for my brother-in-law, and he gave away a free hat that he had gotten because he's the industrial engineer for the whole our corporate engineer. So companies are always sending him free crap, and he gave away some heating and cooling baseball hat. And his son-in-law got it, and his son-in-law put it on his head, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's great," because I really needed a hat. And Henry got my box of candy. It was the number one thing because I made it look like a barn. So, and I poked holes in it to make it look like an animal, but was in there, but nobody fell for it. But it was filled with candy. So that was like a really good thing. And at the very end, Henry got the last trade because he was the first to take something off the table. And he traded all of his candy for that baseball hat because he felt so guilty for giving a crappy thing away. That was awesome.
I gotta read something for you. It's from Moinky.
Okay.
Since I was a small child, not once did I ever receive anything from signing up for a secret Santa exchange. The very first time I ever did, when I joined this beautiful fish fam. I cried before I even opened the box because someone did. Love you, Kelly. That's nice.
That is awesome. What?
Noochie Pooch.
And Oinky does an
I
awesome
haven't
job.
seen Smoochie in a long time. Good to see you, man.
What's up,
Yeah,
Snooch?
good to see you, Snooch. Oinky does a wonderful job on her Secret Santa. She got candy this year, candy overhauls
To
That's pretty
give or
cool.
to receive?
to give. She was Candy's Secret Santa. I don't know. Oh, she had Scuba Steve was her Secret Santa.
Oh,
It's
he better
weird.
have treated her
Oh,
right.
You better have. And I am going to be seeing Kelly Foreman on New Year's. And I love Kelly. I wish it was Oinky, but I love you, Kelly, and it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to go to the Tennessee Aquarium.
And Nancy, unless that has,
And Nancy B.
yeah.
from Tennessee.
That was
And I
supposed
hope
to be
Jake-
me, but I couldn't go.
Bummer. All these crystals.
Yeah.
Home buys.
Edible overalls. Well, that's a thought.
But if anybody's ever in town and wants to go to the Chattanooga, Tennessee, or the Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga, let me know and I'll come hang out with you. Unless you don't want me to, and I totally understand that too. If you want to keep it a secret and not
You know
let
what
me
I'm
know,
mad about it?
I
I
understand.
went to Tennessee. You didn't take me to the aquarium.
I tried. I tried to take you there, and I also tried to rent a pontoon boat for us to go fishing. We just didn't have enough time.
No,
I
man.
call
We
bull.
literally were driving the whole time. I
Not
was-
me, Nancy. Not me.
Yeah, I took this guy. It's always over here for some reason. I did take Whip to the Tennessee Aquarium.
We did.
And what was your favorite fish?
I don't know if I had a favorite. But it was one of the cooler setups I've ever seen with the two different buildings. One side is salt, the other side is fresh.
That's why I didn't take me. He was afraid I would have brought my fishing pole, would have been up on the top of it fishing.
What? It's really easy on your knees too, because the whole aquarium is they take you to the very top and you just slowly spiral down.
Yeah.
Oh, we have one of them in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Aquarium's the same. It's awesome.
Our aquarium here, you actually have tubes and you're walking under the water and the fish tank's all the way around you.
That's kind of like the Georgia
Was-
Aquarium.
Miss Kitty, were you able to go? Oh no, you cannot.
Shiva!
He's always got work.
She's always working. They work her like a dog over there.
You know, speaking of Lowe's, I got a bone to pick with her on her Lowe's with her job. My mom and dad ordered a French door replacement that was supposed to be replaced in November, and then they delayed it to December 23rd, and they waited all day on December 23rd, and they called and said, "Oh, we ordered the wrong size door." And so now they said they'll let us know next Friday. Well, I guess this Friday when they're rescheduling them. But
And
their
they were
broken.
supposed to come before. They were supposed to come before Christmas Eve to do it. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's messed
Well,
up.
they're supposed to come before Thanksgiving and do it too. So, I guess there's no holidays in February or January. What's in January? Anything?
Yeah, two of them.
Just New Year's Day.
Day and MLK
Oh,
is your
Oh, yeah.
government holidays. I only know because I work for the government, so I get that.
Or DD, I think the plan of the day is everybody that wants a trip should show up at the Peplin farm for the Peplin stock. That thing was a blast. I wish I could have stayed longer. Now next year, if he does it, I'm driving this year, so I'm going to plan on spending 40 to 50 days back there.
What month was that
His
this
house?
year?
It was the same as
No, I
it
won't be
was
at his
the
house, though.
Chicago, the Chicago Shella. It was the same weekend.
It was the last weekend of, or excuse me, the first weekend of August.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not pulling my camper that far, Peplin. I told you that before. I ain't doing it. That's it.
Just
Do
get
they
a
let-
tent, buddy. Rough it.
Are you going to stay at their house for 30 days?
Are we
No.
doing a Survivor
God,
series of Fish Fam?
I'll
We're
be
doing
too
a
close to my
Survivor
family,
series.
man. My family are all in the same area, so I'll stay probably at least a night with them. I always make sure to stay at least a night with them.
What you could do is stay with them long enough to have them drive you to the Clash.
No. Can't do
They would
that. to
probably love
Danny.
to have an extra guy right before their wedding to have to take care of.
I mean, honestly, guys, I kid you not. Her current state, if she does too much in one day, she's down for 3. So I've been taking on most of the fish tank business and all that. So I can't leave her.
Eva?
I mean, 30 days is about the max. I like to leave her alone with the fish house.
Sheba?
No.
No,
I
No.
can't take Sheba. No, I won't take her with me.
No.
Bro, I'd have to
Well, then
stop
who
every
takes
20
care of her?
miles to let her pee or poop. I mean, I when I get on the road, man, I'm driving. I plan
Who's
to make
gonna
it from
take care
here
of her?
to Wisconsin. My goal will be 24 driving hours. So
Maybe Danny could just hang her butt out the window. Sheba's butt out the window. I want to make that clear. I meant
HHD, I feel so bad about that. I did not realize it was you guys, or I would have turned around. HHD, I was hoping to meet them while I was back there on this trip, but I guess I didn't know it. But when they were pulling in, I was pulling out.
Oh,
you guys, he wouldn't even come and see me, and he was in the town that I damn near live in.
Excuse me, I met you at a restaurant.
A year ago, not this last time.
I didn't see you this last. I thought we went to breakfast.
No, that was the one you came down for the catfish thing.
Cannibalism?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't even realize that.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
blew
cool.
me right off. That's all right.
Well, next time I'm going to come and shoot your fish room.
Okay. It's actually clean. I cleaned it for Christmas, and it looks beautiful.
I plan to shoot yours. I plan to shoot Jeff Kane's because he should have his done by the time I get there. And anybody else that would like me to shoot
What is that supposed to mean?
area, I might be willing to do it.
Tabitha Thomas says, I'd meet Whip in a public place too.
I have to because he's going to be my neighbor.
Aquarium Domain, where do you live?
He's in Maryland.
No, he says he's in Portland. Kenny has never stopped by.
Portland, Maryland. It's all right up in there.
yeah, he's in Maryland, dude. I
He's
know
in-
where he lives. I've been there.
I wish I
Okay,
could
so
go.
he's-
see Jeremy
He must be
Clarkson.
assuming I'm from Portland, Maine. He doesn't understand I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Well, if you're from Portland, there's only one Portland.
Well,
When
no,
this,
I'm from Illinois.
this-
Is where I'm
When this
from.
live stream ends, I'll tell you where he lives.
Seville Steve says Christmas is entirely different in Spain. On Christmas, St. Nick gives each child one gift. Then on January 6th, the three kings, it jumped, leave presents for the kids who put their shoes by the door. That's
That sounds
weird.
like that sounds like an uncle joke. Like, no.
It's probably only the kids that wear socks.
Nancy B says she lives in Portland too.
See?
I've told Danny many times I'd like to live in Tennessee, but she ain't having it so far. I'll take another run at it when her parents are gone.
Well, Nancy and I are already telling people that it's all full. You have to go to Kentucky. Talk to John.
It's not
The
all
other place I
full.
really like the area is Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. I love that area too.
Yeah, but it really sucks to go to a store there
Why?
because it's like they got nothing in them. Every time I'd go fishing, if I didn't bring the stuff with me, I was going to be starving.
Hold on, I got to check on Danny. She is screaming vigorously. Make sure
Uh-oh.
a guy ain't up here jacking her around.
What?
We will not leave until we get an update.
What's the
Yeah,
matter?
there's no way.
Wait a minute. What did he just say?
Oh, jeez.
The first part. I heard the second part.
He would like to live in the Ozarks. I used to go to the Ozarks. all
No,
the
he
time, so I
had
know the
he
Ozarks
had to
well.
leave because
She was screaming. What was going on, Kenny?
She's up
Oh,
there
he's
carrying
making-
on. She's watching Home Alone 2, the part where the guy, he does the number to the guy, and she was screeching about what happened to him.
Oh,
he was making
I don't know
he was
which
making
part
sure
it is,
there
but-
wasn't he was making sure there wasn't a home invasion.
I already
Tell
knew
her-
that probably wasn't the case because Shiva would be going absolutely ape.
Could you please
Yeah,
tell
bro,
Danny
couldn't-
that I'm a little disappointed that she's choosing Home Alone 2 over me? Oh my
Illinois
gosh,
and
we just
New
lost
Tennessee.
10
Foxy.
viewers. They're all going to watch Home Alone.
Yeah.
Foxy wanted to make sure it wasn't a spider.
Well, you picked a good night that you knew nobody would be watching that. Who's watching football tonight? Nobody, because it's the Bears and Sea Chickens. I mean,
Well, Rico's probably watching them. Nah,
No,
he's
he
Oh,
gave
he's
up on him.
asleep.
He said he hasn't watched the Bears all year.
See you, Garcia. Have a good
See you
night.
later, buddy.
Hi, Garcia.
so Holly says she just moved from there. Is she talking about the Ozarks?
Yeah, she moved to
Oh, I'm
Illinois,
sorry.
somewhere down south.
Hello,
Oh,
baby
really?
cat.
Oh,
That's
Baby
Baby
Ken
baby
says,
cat.
I'm out.
she heard her name and took off.
All right. Oinky says, Ed sent me wonderful, beautiful gifts for Christmas. Among the many gifts, my sweetheart made me a piggy pleco cave, the most awesome pleco cave ever.
Ever.
Probably the first one ever, too.
Oinky, I need to see a
saw the
picture of
of
that.
that one, Ed.
Yeah, I got to see a picture of that piggy pleco cave.
You know,
just
you take a
because I
picture of
think
it,
it'd be
Ed?
Awesome.
I didn't take a picture because I figured if I took a picture, I'd accidentally send it to her.
Oinky, you gotta send
I was
pictures
paranoid.
of this Piggy.
Nobody
I
told
know
you to
that
leave,
sounds
Garcia.
crazy. I was just paranoid I would send her a photo if I took a picture of it.
What, is there
Garcia's just
Marvin in here now?
Garcia's just being funny.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he was saying that because he was pretending like he was going to go see Home Alone.
Oh, okay. Like I say, just being
No way.
funny. Funny feller there.
He's a funny how? Funny like a clown? Does he amuse you?
Yeah, he does actually.
It's not that big of a pig, but maybe someday I'll make her a duplex pig one with the noses.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
make my own, Ed. I'm not gonna make you do it. I might have to have you kind of talk me through it though. I wanna get one that's big enough for that black ghost knife because it's
I'm excited
About
because Danny's
that
going to
big
make
right now.
us some pleco
want-
condos for all of our pleco pigs, finally.
That's awesome.
I got some of those too.
So
I still have my Pleco condo right there, and I haven't ever put it in the water. I'd like to get
They are-
one of those.
they are a lot nicer because
from Keith.
there's something sturdy for the top piece. You can put some wood up there for the females to still hide in. Then the females will actually. I was looking at the one that she made for Pepla that Peplin got, and the females do like the slots in between the caves. They hang out in those.
That's awesome. Well, that way they can watch
Closer
their
to the males to
men
get
taking care of
busy.
the babies.
I got these off of the old Amazon. There's two of them. I don't know if they're gonna work, but
Those will
Oh, I
work.
bet they would.
They
the
will
bottom ones look big enough, but some of those in the middle are
Now, is it closed on the other side?
yeah.
No,
Okay.
not the middle.
Oh no,
But
no.
the
I guess the
bottom-
middle one is.
So I have one of them. I got them from the original Pleco. Oh man, Jen and Steven in here were Pleco.
Nice.
I made this one on one of our Thursday night shows. I bet
I
Skip was
remember
there
that.
for it.
You got to put backs on them. That's more like a swim through for Corey's.
Oh,
Shrimp like that
covered in
style too.
cobwebs.
The shrimp love an open deal like that.
He
never
no
made
he's
it.
no longer Sawbu bought his Pleca, yes, SC Pleca Hotels. It was Sawbu bought his company out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it Skip? You would remember at the Clash when you first went in, and it was on the left-hand side. They sold stuff that looked like this, right?
It was on the right hand side, but yes,
The right-hand
that's who I'm
side.
talking.
I don't know if that's what I said, but that's what I meant in my head.
Pleca. Damn it! Oh, give me a second.
And
It's driving me
they
nuts.
sold it or something.
No,
Made
he
this
just
for
sold
shrimp.
out because he's been.
Boots and cats, what you can do if you want to make it so he feels comfortable for those bigger plecos, something that works really, really well is just a larger piece of PVC pipe. And you can cap the one end. And
It is Pleco Hotels and Accessories, but it was Pleco Hotels originally. Is who it was. Oh man, I know I can't remember his name, but I've met him out. We've hung out outside of the fish stuff because he comes. His job puts him in my area, so we've done stuff. But yeah, it was Pleca Hotels. It was the original name of it, PH, and then he added accessories because he started doing stuff. What's that? I saw it, Dave.
what's his name asked me if I was playing slots because I keep playing with my phone. He thought I was playing slots.
No, that's how Kenny does his chats. You don't watch his live streams? Like, what the hell?
This is Patty's manatees. Patty asked me to make her a manatees, and then she said to keep it. And that was before I knew she was sick. So now I have this. When I see this manatee, I think of Patty's petite tanks,
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty sweet that she did that, but it also was sad.
It was. Nancy B, yes, they did sell. No, he did sell Plecos also at the. Yes, 3G. He did sell Plecos at the Clash too, but it was in the accessories. But he also had the line of the. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, people. It was Ebo, the German Pleco food. It's 2 stories up. It's upstairs in my bedroom. The food for Plecos. It was Ebo. He was a distributor for it, and Sawbu got it now.
I thought I talked to somebody. I thought it was Scotty, but I can't. And they told me the name of that guy, and I can't find it. But if I run across it, I'll text you just so that you can quit thinking about it.
This is Boots Cat. I started making on one of the streams. I don't remember what stream, but then the lights went out, and it's been in the dark down here on the shelf this whole time. I never got to finish it because my lights got burned out, and I've got light in here so I can look around the room again. And I was also making Trash Cat. See, it's a cat in a trash can. So
That's
I need to
somebody I haven't
finish
seen
this
in a
sometime.
while either. Is Trash Cat.
She's around. She comes into Ben Ochart's show almost every week.
She's another person I didn't get to see this last time. I saw her at the same thing I saw you at, Whip.
She was there?
She was at Catalysm that year.
Well, I did not see her.
Well, I need to finish those up now that I can see in here. It's so awesome being able to paint. I've got a whole bunch of Etsy stuff I got to finish up. before I can start doing personal stuff again. But then I'll
Yeah,
start doing my personal stuff.
Shady Grady was asking you earlier on if you're going hot with that pretty soon, and I thought you said you were gonna like in a week or
Yeah.
two, right? But maybe
Yeah,
not.
we're hoping to get it going. My mom wants to make some bowl things too, so I said she could sell them on my thing if she wants. They're like for soup bowls. They're like a quilted thing that fits in your bowl, so you don't burn your hands on the soup
Ah,
bowl. And I told her that's fine. She can do anything she wants.
is that what we're calling them these days? Is soup bowl?
Sorry,
Uh,
what?
Ed, all right, Ed.
What?
Paul, yo, Paulie.
See you later, Jake.
All right, no, don't leave yet. You gotta You gotta look at this. I'm about to share it.
That's a
I
scary
agree.
thought. Run, Jake.
No, don't, because it is a picture. As
Can I
soon as
show
he
it?
looks at it, he'll know what it is. That is
Oh!
the gift of Twinkie.
Oh, nice.
There's
There
a
it
little
is.
That's
Twinkie.
cool, Ed.
Although I see a broken ear.
Yeah.
No, you
He
don't.
needs to take some super
no,
glue
you
and glue
don't.
that.
Listen
I
here,
was
Dan.
amazed.
Ready?
I've got Ed
It's
Hart here
float
too.
now.
I've got his golden nugget.
way down.
taco. I love that piece.
So I'm going to tell you something. So I got the fingers, the shell fingers from Ed. Okay. Ed knew I loved it. Well, sorry, Rico won this and told Ed to send it to me. Okay. The shipping sucks with this stuff because they're not gentle.
Right.
Okay. So I had to fix a couple fingers. So I know Oinky's pain. She'll take care of it.
Little
There's
super
something
glue,
wrong
and
with
nobody
glue
will
work.
even know.
Yeah, I got one of those too. It's not
Yeah,
the
he made it
Steelers.
for us all on the football stream with our colors of our.
I never got the Steelers one yet.
I didn't
But
either.
anyways, it happens with the shipping of that because they're not gentle with the boxes, and Ed packed them right.
I don't mean
So-
to break it to you and Whip. Okay, he made these for the winning teams. Okay.
When was the last time you won anything? Tell me again.
We
When
just
was the
whooped
last time
Seattle's
you
ass
won
this past
anything?
week. What's your record?
10-6. 10-6.
We're 13-2. I'm not sure, Ed. Is that
When was the
mathematically
last
mean we're a
time
better
you
team?
won anything?
When's the last time you did?
It's been a while, but it's been more recent than you.
Well, I guarantee you, my Vikings probably stand a better chance than you do this year.
Oh, this year?
Here
I've
we
given up
go.
on this year.
Here we go, Ed.
Hey, you know how long
Sorry,
it's
I didn't mean
been?
to make you guys
Ed
hate
can
each
witness.
other.
It's been a long time since I've been able to talk good about my Vikings.
Yeah, like in
I'm
the
usually the
70s.
one in the corner bitching every year.
Last
Well,
time the
I picked
Vikings
your
got
team
did
last
anything
year.
worth looking at was 1970.
I didn't have anything good to say about it. As long as that idiot was our quarterback, I was never going to talk good about my Vikings.
You're
That's
talking
true. He's
about
never been a
our
Cousins
idiot
guy.
quarterback.
He got exactly what he deserved this year, too. I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, he bought that.
Whoa.
Sorry. Sorry,
Get
but
up.
sorry.
Lights are dancing.
I've got to buy.
Man, the room
Oh my
got
god,
quiet.
that was something. Was everybody packed their gifts with my boxes? After Christmas was done, I walked around and I collected 12 of my boxes. My mom used all the boxes I bought for Etsy because I bought 100 of them to ship to people, for shipping. And she used them. And then my niece also wrapped her gifts here and she was using all my boxes. So
Well,
I was
Ed,
a jerk
now-
and collected
now
all
that
my
you're
boxes.
getting good at shipping, Ed, does that mean we might start seeing your guppies for sale soon?
don't
No,
know if
not
I
on
can-
Etsy. I don't think you can do that on
But-
Etsy.
He can
Oh.
do it on YouTube.
You know what? I did though sell some on YouTube. I sold some on Skipper's show.
Mhm.
and they all made it to upstate New York.
Which ones did you actually let loose of?
Um,
Oh hell, I don't remember that.
they were.
Well, you should have wrote it down because
Dumbos?
Ed will not. He is a fish hoarder, not seller. He'd rather keep every one of them.
I love them all.
It was 2 pairs of Dumbos and 3 pairs of swordtails. Swordtail guppies.
I've had the privilege of being in that fish room, and I mean, Ed's probably the reason that Danny and I, between him and LRB, is probably the reason we went down the guppy train for a while.
I gotta get my show back in the fish room. That's the next goal. Now that I got this light working, try to figure out how to run a wire.
Well,
Have you tried those amplifier deals, Ed?
That's what I used to use was the amplifier. And when I put the third or the fourth wall of tanks in, I can't even use a cell phone in that room.
what?
Really?
But Liquid Zoo, Matt, he bought me a thing, I don't have it in here, where you plug your DSL into the power cable, like it goes through your power lines and then goes into your fish room. The problem is I've got to figure out how to get the cable from the power line to my table for my computer.
Are you on fiber or what are you on down there?
Just radio waves,
You don't actually plug the.
sonic waves. I don't know, what are they called? These waves that come from a modem?
So you're on Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
When
So have
I
you ever
had
considered
I had one of
hardwiring
those
those?
right here, back in the day, where like the electricity gives it a boost somehow. But if you unplug it from the wall, it kills your your signal completely. Like it'll either boost it or turn it off entirely.
I would just, if I were him, the easy fix is just run a regular old-fashioned DSL hardwired down to the
Hardwired
fish
in
room
there,
and
yeah.
plug in. That's what I would do.
No, it's called Cat 6 now. It's not DSL.
Whatever
And
the hell
I've
you
done
call
that.
it, shit. I don't keep up with it.
I've
He
got
need- he
enough.
needs-
Yeah, that's what I would do,
See?
Ed. Go find your
I've got
cable box
100 feet.
upstairs and run a wire.
I can run it.
all the way in.
Well,
I can
it's-
run it.
I
It's
measured
gonna
it all.
wait
It's
for about
75 feet
a year.
from the modem to my fish room. So I bought 100 feet of this.
You're done. You should be able to be up and running within an hour.
Well, it's a drop ceiling, so I've got to get on a ladder, and I don't like getting on ladders because I can't feel my right leg. So I get
Well, you
paranoid
only
on
stream
ladders.
once a week. I mean, if worst case, plug it
Oh.
in, run the wire, plug it into the fish room, and take the wire up
Oh.
each time.
You're just saying run it through the whole freaking house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might need 200 for that. I don't know.
But you see what I'm saying? I mean, you could, if you don't feel
Yeah, I
like
could-
doing that much work, that's what you can do. Is just
I never
run a
thought
wire.
about just running a hard line or whatever that is.
Yeah, run a hard line for your stream nights, and you can put it back up when you're done with it. Roll it back up and hang it on the wall or whatever, and wait till the next week. Believe me, man, I am good at this hillbilly type stuff. I mean, I can name a. If you saw my house with skipper seat, I mean, half this house is extension cords.
I knew what he was doing.
It'd have to run. The problem is it's got to run through my mom and dad's part of the house,
Well,
and she
tell
won't
them
like
it's
it. But for
an
1 hour,
Ed.
I wouldn't mind.
Get
Yeah,
him on the line. I'll talk to him right now for you.
No, but
I said no.
I've got to measure it out because do you remember the guest bedroom that you stayed at in their half of the house? Okay, the modem is on the opposite side.
Oh,
In the room on the other side. And part of the problem is then it's got my fireplace and their fireplace are in the way. So, but I can get around that. But the signals, gets messed up just from the fireplaces.
Yeah, I
So I
slept in that room the night we got back from Florida, and I got to tell you, that was probably the best night's sleep I had gotten my whole trip. That bed was comfortable, man.
Yeah, that was a new bed, I think. My mom normally tries to always have a nice beds for company.
Well, that one I slept.
You should see
slept hard.
You should see my bed. It's crap. I have to be careful because there's a spring that cuts my leg if I get out too fast on one side. But I do have a new mattress. It's in the garage. I bought this mattress to replace my old one. And my brother-in-law is moving, and he filled our whole garage with their stuff all on top of my mattress. And that was something else he did. He fixed the light in here, and he cleaned out a lot of his junk so I can get my mattress out. Because I bought that mattress in June.
So, Oinky wants to know if any of us have tried Dogfish Head Citrus Squall Golden Ale.
Dogfish
I can
Head
tell
is
you,
awesome.
I am an IPA type guy there, Oinky, so I would never drink anything with citrus in it.
No, you would this one. I've been to their brewery. It's a good one.
Dogfish
I don't drink the fruity
Head.
beers. I told her
It's not strong. It's not
I love-
strong.
My problem,
I love
when I'm
sweet
drinking beer, I want to taste the hop. I want to taste the hop.
I'm not
You
that guy
taste-
either. Huh?
Listen, you taste the hop, and then the aftertaste is the fruitiness.
I like the
I don't
aftertaste.
I'm not. I like.
If I'm not
dark-
waking up the next morning and belching solid hop goodness, then I don't feel like I drank the right beer.
There's
Well-
Dogfish Head has a beer called Old School, and man, that it's a barley wine bourbon ale. Whew. It's like
Oh, wait.
15%, and it'll kick your butt, but it's delicious.
Which one's that?
That's what I
Dogfish Head?
had. That's what I was trying to tell him. Dogfish Head Old School.
My favorite, I would say, is probably Space Dust from Elysian. Is really a good one.
That's semi-local. Where is that out of? That's made right around here somewhere.
I think you're right. I can't remember where.
Yeah. I don't think it's
Oh.
in Illinois, but like in either Minnesota or.
Boots and Cat says Kenny squeezes a comfortable in the bottle and drinks it.
That's a coincidence. But Dogfish Head Brewery's in Delaware. Just trying to remember.
Yeah, the one Kenny's talking about, the dust is zombie dust. Is that what you said?
Space Dust, made by
Space-
Elysian. Then my second favorite would be Voodoo Ranger. I think the Space Dust is like 14.7 or something, and the Voodoo Ranger's like 12.
I understand that SC Cat House.
He says Ed just needs to plug the hard line into the power line adapter, then go to whatever room he wants the internet in and plug the other power line adapter into the Ethernet outlet in that room. The Ethernet adapter.
I know. What's up, Travis Myers? I know what he's talking about because I did it here.
You know,
I used to
I
have
gotta-
a line behind me come down and over to the computer before I got
There's
different
the
internet.
second guy with class. Skull, Travis.
Will it matter if we're on two different fuse boxes?
No, with
I wouldn't think
No.
so.
with internet, no. Hold up. You have to run that
Uh-oh.
Ethernet cable. You have to run that Ethernet cable from your modem. It has to run from the modem first. Whether you're plugging it into a wall, that's your. Oh, damn it. Not
There's
gonna
one
get-
of my local girls. That's Sage. Kate
So-
Wonders. She's one of our.
What I
Orlando-
did, Ed, what I did with
Hi,
mine
Sage.
was where my modem was. I drilled a hole in the floor there and ran the Ethernet cable down to my computer from there. Is what I
That's
did.
That's what I was gonna do originally, was drill a hole in there, my mom's floor, and I'll wait till a day that they're like at a quilting meeting or something, so she doesn't see me do it, and then push it through,
Yeah.
and then I've got these cables that are glow in the dark for pulling line through the roof or the drop ceiling. They're real long sticks.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I have
All I
that.
see is hot date, Ed. I'm planning to take Ed to the Hard Cider Angry Orchard, which is here in Walden, New York, about 40 minutes away.
I
Listen,
love Angry Orchard. It's my favorite.
She says
Especially
it's going to
on
be
the
a
tap.
totally hot date for the two of you, Ed.
That'll be amazing.
I'm gonna tell you
Only
right now,
40
Ed,
minutes?
if you don't have that run next year, it'll be running 26. If you don't
Next
have
year's
that
only
run,
5 days away.
if you don't have that run in 2025, it will be run in 2026.
Hey, June.
saying.
Hey, what's going
That's all
on,
I'm
June?
saying.
It's really
That's all I'm
hard.
telling you. There may be a trip to Tennessee next year for me and my wife.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Just saying.
I can take you guys to the Tennessee Aquarium.
I don't care
And
about that.
I could-
We're going to get your freaking internet first.
I could also take you to Rock City. And my
Wasn't
favorite
there a
diner.
train thing you wanted to show me or something, Ed?
See you
There's
later,
like
Dee Dee.
no train place there or something?
Night,
too?
Dee Dee.
Good
We
night,
have-
Dee Dee.
A
You're at
train
Dee,
museum?
206, Ed. I got to go to bed.
Okay. Well,
Whip,
oh my
can't
gosh,
leave
we've
yet.
been going forever. We'll wrap it up. Were you going to say something, Skipper?
No, he saw.
Okay. Well, night, you guys, thank you again for tonight. We'll see everybody Sunday night on the Danikin Show, because it's going to be the greatest show of the year. And thank you, mods, for being awesome. Thank you guys for the super chats and the memberships. That was really awesome. I really appreciate it a lot. You guys helped me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And thank you, mods, for making sure that all the people that were fighting today didn't fight at all. And thank you, everybody, for just hanging out and having a wonderful Christmas with us. Oh my gosh. And is there anything you'd like to say, Whip?
Nope. I don't know if I'm streaming, but if I am on Saturday, I will see you there. Or I might be helping my daughter move some stuff. So I don't know. Jury's out. It might be a last minute deal again.
The hell with that. You're streaming Saturday. She
All
should have
right.
had to get figured out.
All right.
We need to do a Skipper marathon so he can get 1 million hours for this month.
Yeah, right. You
Catch up.
is going to be unmonetized here pretty quick.
I don't care.
Well, we do. Skipper's there any? Well, wait. We'll go. Skipper's drinking, so we'll go to Kenny. Do you have anything to say?
Go Vikes. We got the pack this week.
Awesome. That'll be some fun stuff to watch.
That's an interesting football game.
Well, and I hope the Steelers win their last game and beat the Baltimore team and be the representative of your division.
We're playing Cincinnati.
Oh, so that's an easy win for y'all.
Should be. But we lost to the Browns, so
Them ones are rivalry games though. With Cincinnati, that's a rivalry game.
It is. You never know.
But all I have to say, here's to you, here's to me. Let's have fun this next year. Let's do it. Get her done.
do it.
That's all I got to
Sounds
say.
good.
Be nice to everybody.
Ah.
We-